Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leydi Morales, helping you with all things law of attraction and spiritual awakening. It's such a pleasure to have you guys back again. And this week, I might get exiled from the law of attraction community or the spiritual community. And I'm going to be talking to you guys today about the problem with Abraham Hicks' teachings. Yeah, I said it. First and foremost though, let me give you guys a disclaimer that I love the teaching of Abraham Hicks. The teachings of Abraham Hicks got me through a lot of pain. It got me through a lot of really dark times in my life and has helped me a lot. Now, with that being said, that's my disclaimer. Please don't come after me. Please don't exile me from the law of attraction community. I'm just giving you guys from my experience of what has worked and has not worked for me. And just again, my honest opinion. Abraham Hicks, I have all the intentions to go to a workshop with, or I think they go on cruises now. I have all the intention to meet Esther and to meet the woman who channels Abraham Hicks. So with that being said, a lot of Abraham Hicks' teachings on the law of attraction, she specifically focuses on positive thinking and focus on the next best feeling thought. Focus on the next best feeling thought. And whenever you're feeling negative beliefs or negative resistance or trauma, to just kind of think of the next best feeling thought. And I think there's like a circle or something, I don't remember because I did it a long time ago, of how to get back in the vortex and how to really I don't even remember, to be very honest with you. It's been a while. Long story short, what I'm trying to say is, you guys hear me say again that do what works best for you. At the end of the day, do what resonates with you. For me, though I do believe in her teaching, I do believe in their teachings, and I do believe that, of course, there's validity. They're awesome. I will say though, when there can be a little bit of a danger or a kind of a detrimental factor that can happen if you keep running away from your negative resistance. I'm just gonna, for the purposes of abbreviation, because I'm exhausted as well, I'm just gonna, resistance for me is gonna stand for negative trauma, past trauma, PTSD, old stories, old limiting beliefs, negative old self-image, etc. I'm all gonna incorporate all of that under resistance. And pretty much what I've learned over the years through my spiritual awakening and through just looking at every factor that has ever happened in my life is that the more that I tried to run away from the negative resistance and the negative thoughts, the more that it persisted. And what you resist persists. I'm sure you've heard that time and time again. The more that I try to run away from my negative thoughts, yeah, I would read it. Like I said, I would listen to Abraham Hicks and I would read a self-help book or something, and I would feel good for a week or two. But eventually the resistance would begin to pop up. And according to the teachings of Abraham Hicks, if you think of a negative thought and you feel resistance, start to focus on the next best feeling thought that would make you feel better. And for me, that didn't work. It actually, well, let me clarify. For me, sometimes it would work and sometimes it would not. When I find that her teachings are actually most beneficial when, y'all, it's so freaking cold here in Atlanta. Times where her teachings are actually the most beneficial is when you complete or you integrate a past story of your life that no longer serves you. When you decided to let go of that resistance, I find that her teachings they skyrocket your manifestation results, and they work. They 100% work. Again, I believe in Abraham Hicks all the way. The problem is when we try to run away from that negative resistance and emotions by doing something like shifting your positive focus to a best feeling thought, it actually builds momentum. And in my experience, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It only builds momentum to that resistance, and it only makes it stay longer, and it grows stronger and stronger and stronger, because you don't have any control over your emotional body. You don't have any control over the thoughts that you think, but what you do have control over is your reaction to them, and your reaction to your thoughts and your reaction to your feelings. You are not your feelings and you're not your thoughts. I can't stress that enough. And I want you guys to understand there's nothing wrong with the resistance, especially when you're trying to change something that is probably life-changing for you, something out of habit. Of course, you're going to be met with resistance, 100%. And whoever said that, you know, your journey from point A to point Z is all, you know, a slice of cake in between point A and point Z is a complete myth and a complete lie, because I'm sure you guys have heard the saying, you have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable to make shit happen. Your old negative self, your old resistance, your negative resistance has to process and filter out. There's no way around it. And I've tried, believe me, I've tried. I wish I could tell you guys that healing and integration and completion is an easy peasy road. And there's this misconception that once you become spiritual, or you become into your spiritual awakening, that life is going to be great and bubbles and unicorns, and no. My spiritual awakening was hell, because again, old crap started to filter out. Stuff that I've suppressed over the years started to surface, and it started being a reflection in people that I would meet, and comments that were made to me, in circumstances that happened to my body, that happened to me relationship wise, that happened. It was just, shit got worse before it got better. But I knew that I had to trust the process, and I knew for a fact that this was just old clutter from stuff that no longer served me, that was finally beginning to surface, and it was finally beginning to have a voice and have this freedom. And it was my job to allow it to be there and to trust the process. Positive thinking works 100%. Abraham Hicks' teachings absolutely work 100%. I am not doubting that. I love Abraham Hicks. However, the problem begins when we try to change our resistance and our negative thoughts by trying to think positive, by trying to think of the next best feeling thought. Because that only builds more momentum on the clutter from before. And you're going to be getting the same exact result, just under a different circumstance. If you believe that you're not worthy of a relationship, or you have this idea of how a guy or a woman should treat you, because of maybe of how your parents treated you when you were growing up, or how an adult figure treated you in your life, no matter what relationships you go to or what relationships you attract, you're going to be attracting the same kind of characteristics from your past trauma or your past story, old story, negative story. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So I say this to say, no, I don't hate Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks. I have all the books. But I want to, I guess, challenge you guys to think a little bit deeper. Not saying that Abraham Hicks isn't deep, but to look a little bit more inward and go deeper into your resistance and your negative thoughts and emotions. And understand that they're there to serve you for a purpose, and that they are there to, at the end of the day, protect you. That's what your resistance is. It's just trying to protect you from whatever it is that your fear is. Transformation happens when you allow that resistance to come up, to integrate with you, and that's where the true transformation comes. And then once you allow that to process, and I'm telling you guys, once you really allow yourself to be present with it, even though it may be hard, it sounds easier said than done. Just watch your thoughts. Easier said than done. It's actually very difficult, especially when the ego tries to tell you, are you observing your thoughts right or wrong? Are you doing it right? Are you sure this doesn't work? You're going to be miserable for the rest of your life. That's absolutely 100% normal. But I challenge you guys to really sit with the thoughts, sit with the resistance, befriend it, empathize with it, treat it like a child. And the more that you do it, the greater results you will get. And most importantly, Abraham Hicks' teachings are going to just expedite the process a lot better. Okay? And don't run away from the thoughts. Don't run away from the resistance. Is it uncomfortable? 100%, yes. But it's crucial. It's crucial for everlasting change. Okay? I hope this video helps. Don't forget that I am still doing my Law of Attraction Deluxe Dated Planner giveaway by Freedom Mastery. I'm giving away 3 Law of Attraction planners. More information in the description box below. And thank you guys so much for sticking to the end. And I hope I am sending you guys all the best of the best vibes of the world. Thank you guys. Have fun.